Oh, here's why you don't understand Stargate SG-1 if you're not a mentally ill conspiracy theorist. Here's why. And yes, I titled the video that specific way because I know it's, how should I say? You click on the video and you watch it, you know? I have a subscriber base. I'm not asking you to subscribe. I'm just saying that because, well, it gives you context of me being a normal person. By that I mean, not exactly. But look, if you're not Alex Jones motherfucking crazy every day, then what's the point of you being a fan of this show? You could watch all fucking 10 seasons, but besides, like, nostalgia, because that's one's obvious, or if you're just somebody who was alive during the time when the episodes were being released or whatever. Besides that, if you're not going full Agartha Wakanda mode, okay? You're not going fix Mojang Red Block, okay? You need to understand there is more than the console wars, okay? Life is more than fucking Xbox and PlayStation, okay? Like, I don't know what else to tell you. What does that have to do with anything of what I just talked about? Absolutely nothing. All I can say is yes, they did live for thousands of days. Anyway, you know, it gets fucking crazy. Wumpa, 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 wumpa! That did not happen. Nothing happened. That was all an illusion. Oh yeah, you're touching the flowers, you're ruining this world. Ah, nah, nah. No, fuck you. You put them in a simulation in the fucking first place. You're your world's new world order and somehow failed that 1,000 years ago. Or 1,200 and... Not 1,200. 1,022 years ago, if you want to be specific. Because it was in 1998. Fun fact, same year that Prince of Egypt came out, the movie. The animated one from, I think it was DreamWorks, but still, you gotta be a little bit more schizophrenic nowadays, okay? You gotta get this shit through. Get this shit through, my niggers. We gotta go hard on them. We gotta explain that not just using slurs is okay, but saying your conspiracy theory stuff is gonna get them in their head, because if you trust the conspiracy theory bro too much, you're gonna lose your mind, and you're not gonna be too much of a fan anymore. You don't want to go too full retard, okay? You don't want to go full retard. Just enough where you're crazy enough to watch the show, okay? Wumpa, okay? 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 But also, you don't want to trust the government, okay? The, what's the word? Beetle something. I don't remember. Siberian beetle? The Siberian beetle? People were tripping balls in the 60s, and especially the 1970s, over this bullshit, okay? They were tripping balls over this because, they wanted you to think that everything was about the badge. The badge is always watching you. No, they're not, okay? They're not always watching you, and they know that. That's what scares them. Not when they aren't watching you, but when they aren't watching you, and you know they're not watching you. You know? Like, that scares them. Like, if they were not watching you and you still assumed that they were watching you, they want you paranoid. They want you to be a paranoid schizo. Don't be a paranoid schizo. Be an aware schizo. Beat them at their own game. If you see them making the New World Order, you should make your own the New World Order. And, how should I say? Strike back Who knows? Maybe you could conquer the universe doing this. I can't say, but wompa, 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 wompa! And I am going to watch some more lore for the memes. It was promised to me at the beginning of time, bro. Ho 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 ho. Ho ho ho. Yes. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So that's my reasons for this. And I know I'm exaggerating my emotions, but I'm 19 years old, okay? I'm allowed to do that at any age, really. You know? Then the children, especially the middle school girls, no, okay? They are bullies, all right? Like, they look nice, they act nice at first, but then you take them into school, then they become like girls to bitch ratio, okay? Like, I'm not trying to be a sexist, but there's the reason why there's the saying, nobody hates women more like other women. I'm not a woman myself, but I have seen women beef with other women, and especially if they're young, it ain't gonna go down too well. Or if they're 36 years old, and they have nothing better else to do in their life, despite the fact that they're married and they have, like, 4 kids, okay? Like, I thought, what's his name? Not Jeff Goldblum, not Palm Beach Pete. It was Jeffrey Epstein, my homeboy, my pedophilia goat. Okay, this guy right here, he would have made a masterpiece in Agartha. Okay, that's what he would have done. He probably in Agartha right now, over in Antarctica. Okay, we really know that's where it is, but nobody knows exactly the exact spot unless you're, of the purple people, as they call themselves. But it's just a metaphor because back in the old ancient days of the Roman Empire, purple was, like, rare and, powerful. And so they used purple as, we're the mighty race. And then they separated from the humans, okay? Like, it was some crazy shit. But they are in another, in that world. Agartha is one of many countries in the underworld. And the underworld is sometimes called the Shadow Realm. And, there are many groups. Now, I am not from the underworld, but I've been over there. Not Agartha specifically, but I've been to Atlantis, It's still in the U.S., fun fact. That's the big thing. They don't tell you about Area 51 for a fucking reason, okay? Anyway, yeah. Whatever you do, whatever you fucking do, I don't know what you're gonna do. Don't go caveman mode on this one, okay? Don't go, oh yeah, we gotta get the Ula Ghoul or whatever. Ooh, the white thing, have an X on your belly. Whatever. Anyway, I am being professional as I can be, allegedly, and I need Z-O-O-K. The letter Z, uppercase Z, lowercase o, lowercase k. Zook. What does that mean? It's the group that tries to separate from Agartha and was successful. Okay? They're the only ones, with the exception of their rules, that can have dark skin and purple hair. Don't ask me why they have red eyes. Okay? I have no idea either. Alright? I'm not trying to get after any allegations or anything like that, because we all know these motherfuckers have been beefing for trillions of years already, and I'm not trying to get too much into the beef, okay? I'm not trying to get too much into the beef with those kind of people because you know Mars and Jupiter have been beefing a lot longer than they have, and that gets into a whole nother shebang shabackle that I've already talked about in other YouTube videos, okay? But we can get into it later if we ever get the time to talk about it. But regardless, Stargate SG-1 is considered a fictional show, and at least in this fiction, it is portraying a historically inaccurate version of, well, slightly, as in, you know, that they're providing their own show version of what happened with, well, let's just say the Zook, okay? That's what we call them around here. You know what I mean? At least on Earth, at least on this Earth, okay? If you want to be specific about it, want to be super bezazzled, Earth 33, okay? Or Earth 66, but it depends on which universe you're coming in from. But generally speaking, if you're coming in from, say, you know, the Harry Potter universe or something like that, Earth 33. Okay? Like, that's how that shit goes. Wampa! 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 Anyway, you understand that you have to be the mentally ill schizo, okay? You gotta get it through. Please, please, for the love of the gods. Okay? The true ones, not the false ones that the ghouls are worshipping. The evil ones. Not Teal'c. He's good. But look. I am here today to tell you some things. But outside of that, what do you think about all of this? Do you have any thoughts, ideas, answers, or questions you would like to make? Is there something that I didn't mention, or did I mention but you wanted more details or wanted less? I don't know. Or maybe something completely unrelated. It's your free will, okay? You decided to watch this video, bro. Okay? You're on your, however you're watching this, and, well, you're in a room maybe, a car, wherever the hell, and, hey, maybe a truck or a van. That will show them. That will show them with the vans for sure, bro. For sure. For fucking sure. Anyway, yeah. This is one of my most questionable videos I've ever made. And it is on YouTube. At least for now. So, if any of you motherfuckers have anything you want to say, I don't know, maybe make your own video, a reaction video. Who knows? Who knows? I am out of here. So just remember, if you want to be a true fan of Stargate SG-1, you have to be a mentally ill schizo, conspiracy theorist, if you will. Okay, bye. Good morning, good day, good evening, and good night. Bye.